Hey y'all, this is your K-pop auntie Carly, and this is RM's Wildflower off of his new album Indigo. It's been a hot second since I have listened to a RM solo. I do know that I really love his aggressive, his aggressive in your face rap style, with a name like with title like Wildflower. I'm not entirely sure this is going to be the aggressive in your face RM. So I'm interested. I don't know that I've ever heard him uh, in with rap that is featuring someone else as well. Honestly, I don't even know if this is rap. I am going into this pretty darn blind. I don't have any information on it. I mean, because RM can sing. It's not like RM can't sing. Kitty camp today. It's just the kitten. Kitten's taking a bath. I'm going to go first time around without captions on because I want to check out the music video. I have no idea who Eugen is, so leave me some comments about who that is. I don't even know if that's a male or female. I don't have the Korean name structures down to be able to tell much of a difference. And yeah, just educate me in the comments about what's going on there. Let's get the volume up. Captions off. Fantastic. And diving into, I don't know if this is the deep or the shallow end. I don't know. Don't know. Very cool. Fireworks going off underneath clouds. Ooh. All right, I'll get a first impression here. We have a little bit more of a melodic one going on here, and I'm gonna back it up just a second because that was a real fast little tongue twister he did there to start the rap with. Well, not the rap. This is the beginning, but you know what I mean. I'm very interested to see what the lyrics are going to be on this because it looks like a reflection. It just with the way the fireworks are going off, and I know that BTS is taking a little bit of time off right now to pursue their independent projects as well as rotate through some military service, and I can't help but think of like that as all these fireworks and everything are going off, and he's standing there watching them, and just kind of reflecting. Yeah, that's just the automatic impression that I get off of that opening sequence there, and then he just rolls into a real fast rap here. Very nice. There. 그저 화려하게 지고 싶은 날 시작의 전부터 나 상상했었지 그때 웃으며 박수 쳐줄 수 있게 나 소원했어 나 믿었던 게 다 멀어지던 때 이 모든 명예가 이제 멍해가 됐을 때 이 욕심을 제발 걷어가소서 어떤 일이 있어도 오늘을 나로 하게 하소서 Oh every day and every night persistent pain and criminal mind 내 심장 소리에 잠 못 들던 밤 창밖에 걸은 청승마 지초승 달 I do wish me a lovely night 내 분수보다 비대해질 life 저기 날아오르는 풍선을 애쓰지고 다져 물어 대체 지금 너 어때 Where you go where's your soul where's your Okay, female. Ooh, she's got some vocals on her. I'm very interested to check out the lyrics. Dang, she's got a voice. Yeah, I like how it has this slow melodic rap for most of it. but also he just kind of switches things up with just these fast little rolls right off of his tongue raps as well. Just speeds it up, and you're just kind of slow rolling with him. He just speeds it up, but it's not like he goes aggressively with it. It's a nice change of pace.
No matter what's wrong, 그게 뭐가 됐건 새벽에 자락을 붙잡고 뭔가 토해내는 기억 목소리 막힌 자들의 사회 난 여전히 침묵을 말해 이건 방백과 시간도 답해 모두 오해 편견들의 타겟 반갑잖아 너의 행가래 내 두 발이 여기 땅 위에 이름도 없는 꽃들과 함께
Nice slow rap beat in the background.
목적 없는 목적지로 슬픈 줄도 모르고 그림자와 저 친구로
Yeah, I like her voice.
원래 내 것은 아무것도 없었지 And you tell me like gotta be a someone 난 절대 그들처럼 될 수 없음니
Like I said, I'm gonna have to check out the lyrics. It'll be interesting to see where this comes into play. She was a really, really good choice to accompany him on the vocals. And part is I love when a deeper voice is, paired up with that, a higher tone, and they just balance each other really well. Like RM and Eugene balance each other really well in that, masculine and feminine voices and range pitches. Just the tones of their voices are very nice. Yeah, I have a lot of cats. Sorry. Very cool. Yeah, like I said, I really enjoy his aggressive stuff that have tended to be the title tracks of his previous albums. This is really nice though. This is really nice. I would playlist this, and it's one of the few rap based songs I would put on my slow focus list. There's a playlist that I have that if it actually helps that it's all in Korean. That playlist, because if I just want to focus on something and not get hyped up, not get pumped up, just even out my equilibrium, this is the kind of stuff that I would listen to. It would just put me right here, and love it. And my cat, one of the cats, is over here tearing apart a cardboard box. That's fantastic. Cats. All right, I have the captions on. And like I said, I'm very interested to see the lyrics on here, to see if I'm right and that this feels like a little bit of a reflection and maybe a moving forward? I don't know. Flower field, that's where I'm at. Open land, that's where I'm at. No name, that's what I have. No shame, I'm on my grave. Okay, so he's saying, I don't know if this is at this point in his life that he's in this open field where maybe, and I know they talked about this a little bit, in taking this this time off to do these individual projects, that it does open them up. Like, they have been so scheduled for the entirety of their adult lives. That's what it comes down to. Their life has been scheduled and routine, and now he's looking at an open field. Like, that actually has to be pretty liberating to a certain extent. Just it has to feel at times like looking up into a sky filled with fireworks like this. And it's either that, or you can, even because he talked about, I'm at my grave, it's, or is he like looking, is this artists will sometimes do a letter to themselves. Well, they will project a thought of themselves into the future and write a letter back to themselves, so I don't know if this is also possibly RM writing a letter to himself from the grave. That's where I'm at. Is he being literal? Like, I'm at open land. It's where I'm at. I guess we'll see as the no name. That's what I have. No shame. I'm on my grave. Yeah, I have no shame, and that's why I thought that maybe he's looking back, from an old age perspective, and saying, I'm on my grave, I'm at my deathbed, and I have no shame of the things I have done. I'll figure it out as the lyrics go on. When your feet don't touch the ground, when your own heart underestimates you, when your dreams devour you, when you feel you're not yourself, all those times. Yeah, it's definitely has that reflective feel to it. And I can't help with, again, thinking of this time in their life as individuals, that, his dreams devouring him, devouring the person that is RM. The dreams are taking over, and, feeling like he's not himself, and that he's had that theme in other music of his as well, feeling that he's not himself. Is he Namjoon? Is he RM? Is he Rap Monster? Is he, who is he? Feeling like he's not himself. All those times I yearned for the flame. I yearned for a beautiful fall. Even before the start, I imagined an end where I could applaud and smile. It reminds me of one of my favorite poems about wanting to go out like oh man, I'm going to botch it terribly. The gist of it is wanting to go out like a meteor in a fiery flame instead of burn out like a dull planet, It's like you'd rather go out in flames. And so I was saying, yeah, hey, I wanted to like have this big bang at the end where I could applaud and smile and say, hey, I'm done. Kind of like I used to be an athlete, and the athletes have that, vision of going out in their prime, and everybody's, oh yeah, you're awesome, you're amazing. And that's generally not how it ends. And that's kind of, that's what I wished for. When everything I believed in grew distant, when all this fame turned into shackles. Absolutely. Yeah, I would honestly never want to be famous. I would not, because it does that. It puts shackles on you, especially with how in the public eye these guys are, and how much criticism is put on them, that they can't go out in public. They can't do stuff that normal people do. Please take my desire away from me. No matter what it takes, let me be myself. Every day, every night. Persistent pain and criminal mind. Nights the beating of my heart kept me up. The mournful crescent moon hung beyond the window. I do wish me a lovely night. Over my status is an oversized life. Desperately holding on to a balloon drifting by, I ask where you could be right now. Where you go? Where's your soul? Gonna scatter across the sky. Man, yeah, this is good stuff on the lyrics end. Light a flower. Flower work. Gonna shine across the sky. It is a bit of a reflection, kind of looking back at a life that has been fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure he wouldn't change it. But yeah, it's not what he had expected at the same time. That's one of the things that people seldom think of when they are striving to, be great in the kind of way that BTS is great, is that, man, your life is going to be nothing like what you thought it would be. Where's my end finally gonna be? Everything's so exhausting from A to Z. When this wretched mask finally, when is this wretched mask finally gonna come off? Yeah, me no hero, me no villain. Yeah, and it's kind of sad a little bit to hear him still, rapping about having a mask on. Because like I said, I know that it's not just his discography, it's BTS's discography as well that has talked about having a mask on and not being able to be their true selves and having to, present Rap Monster to the world, having to present, who the world thinks Namjoon is to the world. And yeah, I get it. Feeling like that's not actually you. Everybody loves something that isn't you. And that is actually extremely relatable as well, because on a much smaller scale, I think a lot of us get that. A lot of us get the feeling that we're putting on a face for, whether it's, you go to work and you have your work persona, or you have a certain persona around one group of friends or another group of friends or your family, you act that role. And while inside, again, on a much smaller basis than BTS having to put on this face, that, you ask yourself, does anybody love me for me? Or is it that, what everybody sees, what I show them? Very relatable. I'm barely anything. Idling repeats, memories turning vicious. Lying in a field, I set my sights onto the skies. Now I can't remember what I wanted so badly. Woo! Night, wow. Yeah, the singing about how you wanted it so bad, and then now present RM, he's like, what was it I wanted? I trusted I was happy. Now a mere memory. Okay, yeah, man, he gets deep. That's what I like about their solo stuff, is they really do get deep and explore. And he's saying, hey, my past self, that self that wanted stuff, I trusted that I was happy. And like now, it feels like he's saying now that happiness is a mere memory. And he's saying I wasn't even happy then. I just trusted that I was happy. Like I was doing what I loved and I was pursuing my goals, so I was happy, right? Right? Like now, that's all just a mere memory. Yeah, I've been going no matter what's in front, no matter what it may be, memories of holding on to dawn's edge and splitting things out. Ooh, good poetry there. Memories of holding on to dawn's edge. The dawn being, memory, the rising of the sun. Memories of holding on to the next thing, the new day, holding on to what is to come, that new thing, and spitting things out. And it's just, oh man. Yeah, that's a very beautiful way of saying that, hey, memories of, I used to just look to the coming, look to the future. I used to look to that day that is just almost here, but not quite, and just keep going, just keep spitting things out, just keep producing. Society's all for the loudest voice. And here I am, still speaking silence. It's an aside, a boat in full bloom, to face all the prejudice and misunderstandings. I don't care much for being tossed into the air, grounded on my own 2 feet. Amongst the flowers without names, I can't go to the stars again, I can't. Underfoot, I just go, to a destination without a purpose, not even knowing my own sadness, even making friends with the shadows. Okay. Yeah, obviously he speaks to, I think he's pretty much saying that I don't care much for, is it back even further? I'm still speaking in silence. Yeah, to face all the prejudice and misunderstandings. I don't care much for being tossed into the air. And, yeah, just addressing the prejudice. Yeah, addressing the it isn't even just the prejudice. I do kind of like that he says that as well. It's the prejudice and the misunderstandings from well-intentioned people. I'm sure I've been there. I'm sure I've been the person who has absolutely misunderstood stuff. Yeah, and even making friends with the shadows. He's being vulnerable here. Yeah, not even knowing my own sadness. I think that's him saying he's pushing it all away. Just pushing it all away. Bottling that up. Even making friends with the shadows. Gonna scatter, I'll be gone. Gonna scatter across the sky like a flower. Paused and turned out to be gloriously barefooted. Paused and turned out to be gloriously barefooted. So, things are on pause. Turned out. The only thing I really know turned out is, how do you explain turned out? Paused and turned out. Is you're, getting rid of. Is that right? You're turning out, you're kind of like, think of a laundry, doing this to laundry, you're turning it out, a rug or something, you're beating the dust out of a rug. Paused and turned out to be gloriously barefooted. So, if that's what I'm remembering, that's at least regionally, that's what we say when, that's, if you're turning something out, it's the kind of idea of airing it out, getting the dust out of a rug. And so you say, we're on pause, we're airing things out, we're getting all the dust out, and find out, hey, it's to be gloriously barefooted. And there is something fantastic about being barefooted. I love going barefooted. Walking around the grass, even in my own house. I don't wear socks. I love it. It's a great feeling to it. And I get what he's saying there. Like, if that's like I said, it could just be a regional thing for where I live. That's how we use turned out. Just say, hey, I like it though. Things are on hold. We're airing things out. Barefooted, walking through that open field that he's describing. It's beautiful. Nothing was ever meant to be mine. And don't tell me like you gotta be someone. Don't tell me like you gotta be someone. I like that line. You gotta be a someone. I heard it. I heard in there. You gotta be a someone. And that is an obsession in our current culture, is being a someone, leaving a mark. I studied history in college, and for the vast majority of mankind's existence up until pretty much the social media age, everybody, 98.5% of all humans lived and died in complete obscurity on their farms. Nobody knew they existed. Names never made it down into a book, into any kind of record, and their lives absolutely had meaning. They had family, they had love, they had joy, they had sorrows, and it's always been a little bit of a pet peeve of mine when people are so obsessed with being a somebody. It's like, I mean, by all means, you do you, but I'm actually totally okay with being me and just doing my thing, and I'm not obsessed with leaving a mark on the world. And that may have nothing to do with what he's saying here, but that's what it strikes personally. Those lyrics strike me as, don't tell me like, hey, you gotta be a someone. It's like, because I'll never be like them. Hey, yeah, my start was poetry. My one and only strength and dream that protected me so far. Burning fireworks to flowerworks, boyhood to eternity, I'll stay in this barren field. I'll return someday. Back to the opening verse. Flower field, that's where I'm at. No name, that's what I have. No shame, I'm on my grave. When your feet don't touch the ground. When your own heart underestimates you. When your dreams devour you. When you feel you're not yourself. All those times. All those times, go back to the flower field. And just be who you are. Just go back to the flower field where you began. And remember. I like the message. I like it. I like these guys' solo work. Don't get me wrong, I like BTS's group discography as well, but I like their solo work, and I am looking forward to them producing more individual stuff in, this kind of in-between time that they have. And it'll be interesting to see what they come back together as, what changes they're going to make and all. But for now, I'm looking forward to this season in their life and them just having, telling these stories. All right. I'm going to react to at least one more from RM. I saw that there was another song from this album that has a music video to it, so I'll at least react to that one. Let me know if there are others you would like me to react to as well. In the meantime, say bye to the cats, and thanks for watching with me. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day.